Good evening is gray matter. So once again, we're going to have to point out the damn obvious. Angry Man pointed out, but I've already been saying this shit. People finally waking up to what's going on in other countries, finally realizing that yes, we are the slaves of the world. I know, right? Shocker. I've been talking about this. They've been stealing money. And when I say they, I mean the government. Stealing money from us via taxation and then giving all of our hard earned dollars to other countries. And then these other countries are innovating. They don't have taxes because they're getting our fucking money. And they're living lavish. They're living amazing. They're living great, which is why the passport bro movement exists. That and find another wife, but mainly like a majority of the issues that we deal with and talk about in red pill or manosphere or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it stems from the economy. Point blank and simple. Our wealth is being stolen from us. It's being stolen from us. Let's just be blunt here. And because our wealth is being stolen from us, we can't even do basic ass shit like take care of a family. People are less inclined to have children because it costs too damn much. People are moving back in with their parents because it costs too damn much. Everything costs. We can't innovate and create and be free to, bring new shit to America because, well, one, our school systems are shit now. Everything is gender studies and fucking gay politics now. It has nothing to do with math, science, anything to do with engineering or nothing. You can still learn it if you want to, but the main thing being pushed now is fucking woke ass propaganda. They're breeding Marxist slaves. Now, that's what the school system is doing, which is why Trump wanted to revamp the school system. You got Elon Musk talking about pulling the best and brightest from other countries, and he's discussing work visas. We wouldn't even need to do all that shit if the American people were being trained properly. And when I say trained, I mean educated. Real education. Allowed to actually use their intelligence instead of being told what to think. That's why we got so many NPCs in America. Okay. So if we didn't have the crushing burden of just trying to survive in America, we'll be free to do other things. I've noticed that me personally, it's easier to think when I have less stress on my shoulders. And that's just me personally. Imagine all of the great scientific minds that are working regular ass fucking jobs with no funding, no nothing, can't create nothing. You're just trying to survive. But then you go to these other places overseas and you see all the technology that they have. Their rent is cheaper. Their schooling is better. The citizens look healthier. They look happier. And you wonder what the fuck's going on. Well, they're getting American funding. That's what the IRS is for. Stealing from us. I said this. It was a foreign entity because America itself is a corporation that was sold. Like we were sold to the queen. And people are like, that's conspiracy theory. Google will tell you it's conspiracy theory, but then you go overseas and you wonder why all of these countries are thriving and we're not. And then you find out it's because our money is being taken from us. Hell, they was just sending billions and billions of dollars, our taxpayer dollars, out to Ukraine not too long ago. A lot of countries that could be considered our enemies is getting our fucking money. They're getting our payment. And it took TikTok being banned for people to fucking recognize that shit. Which is crazy to me. Now everyone talking about, oh man, it's so nice over here. I want to move to communist China. Let me play the video real quick. And yes, I know it's on the Angry Man's channel, but that's because I was listening to him at work, and just the topic at hand I needed to speak on, because this is ridiculous. This should have been fucking obvious. But people don't want to do no research. No one wants to look at nothing. No one wants to follow the money. You do not. They, like, when Elon Musk said, let's audit the government, it was deeper than just, you know. Actually, no. It's basically what it was on its surface. I'm over here thinking about it being deeper, but no. It's blatant. Once the audit comes out, you're going to realize how many other countries was getting the money that, you know, we were working really hard to generate. We have record high productivity, but we're not getting any benefit. Where's it going? This is why Trump wanted to do the damn tariffs. The tariffs, excuse me. Everyone's saying, no, it's going to hurt our pockets. It's just going to be more taxes. No. The other nations are going to be paying us for using us. It's going to get other jobs to come back to America. Because back in the day, what's his face? Bill Clinton. I was thinking of Bill Gates. I don't know why. It's fucking fat ass. Nah, Bill Clinton and his NAFTA bullshit got our shit overseas. Which is another reason why our technology isn't as advanced, because a lot of our businesses and creators are going overseas because it's cheaper labor. There's a whole nother thing. Let's get into this.
So I go ahead and create my RedNote, right? And
oh yeah, that's the name of the new app, which isn't new, but everyone's learning Mandarin just so that they can use RedNote, because TikTok being deleted erases an entire revenue stream in America. More money lost. Ironic, right?
Thinking that this place is like North Korea. Like, everybody's living in poverty, they're oppressed by their government. Oh my God, is all I have to say. The first thing I say, you guys really have to work more than one job just to survive and, like, have a home and food? What? Americans are showing their medical bills, and the Chinese don't know what to do.
Keep in mind, this chick is still fucking clueless, but that's beside the point.
Like, what? Like, they can't even believe it. They're like, ours is free, and when you go to the hospital, it's like $100, including treatment. And then people are showing their ambulance bills, because our ambulances are thousands of dollars. Theirs is free. Free. And don't even get me started on the grocery hauls. These people go in these grocery haul. Like, I've never even heard of that word here. Like, we're just, like, you know, eating crackers to survive here, to pay rent. Like, they're hauling groceries that, like, would be worth like $1,000 here, but for them, it's like nothing. And it's all healthy, you know, high quality food.
Healthy, high quality, which is why they're in shape, right?
Why they're all skinny, gorgeous, and their skin is perfect.
Yeah. That's another thing. That's why I want RFK to I can't wait till they expose Big Pharma and expose Big Food, because that shit works hand in hand. They feed us cancer causing garbage, you know, high insulin, high fructose corn syrup, you know, nothing but sugar filled bullshit, which is why you're gaining so many pounds, because everything that we eat is filled with carbs and other shit. That's why diabetes is going up. Man, it's a big deal, especially since they started trying to tell you or brainwash you into believing that red meat was bad for you. That's why the WHO and Big Food and all that, they're so against the carnivore diet. They call it radical right leaning, because that's actually healthy for you. something else that no one's talking about, or very few are speaking on. But hey, people, when I talk about this shit at work, I get pushback. I'm just gonna be honest here. We can still have conversations at least and keep the friendship, but I still get pushback. Nobody believes that just eating red meat and eggs and butter is healthy for you, even though animal products are the best food you can eat because it's easiest to digest. And if you really want to get some good food, go to a butcher. Don't get your shit at like Walmart. Like, I've been telling y'all, they've been trying to kill us, bro. Other countries, everything's great, but here in slave America, where you have a straw man and a fucking number, I ain't finna get deep into all that shit. They're trying to kill you. Get you sick so that you can go and forever be on medication and forever reliant on the medication. You go to the doctor, they don't even know the cause of your illness because they weren't taught to look for it. 10 years of fucking medical study and all of it is bullshit. There's books out there called Lies My Doctor Taught Me, or Lies I taught in medical school. Look those books up. Look them up.
So, I just don't have words for this. And their trains look like they came out of the year 3000. It literally looks like out of a frickin' movie. And there's no homeless people. And they're immaculate. And, like, extremely high speed. Like New York City subway. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Their cars and phones are 10 times more technologically advanced than ours and affordable. And you know what's funny? We can't have them here. We're not allowed. They're banned. They're banned. And do not even look up Chinese kindergarten. Don't look it up. It'll make you so mad. I almost swan dove out my window when I saw Chinese kindergarten. Meanwhile, in our kindergarten, they can't even teach children, like, what's a boy and what's a girl. They're teaching kids that they can identify as animals here.
Oh, she's actually talking about that part. Oh, she's not that clueless. She's clueless if you want to move to China. Like, yeah, the technology and the fact that everything on a surface level is better, that attracts you, that pulls you in, but it's still communist China. All right. What we need is for America, our government, to stop being on that bullshit. This is why I said that January 6th was not illegal. The point of American people, the militia, i.e. the Second Amendment, which nobody had guns on the January 6th, saying that it was worse than the fucking Holocaust, is bullshit. I'm just gonna be blunt. But you're mad that people were at the Capitol protesting. We have a right to do that shit. If anything, we have a right to dismantle this government and just start a new one. Now, am I saying go and try to cause a revolution and shit? No. But be mindful of the people you vote for. Be mindful of the people that you're trying to get in the office. We allow identity politics to put us in this position. We had 8 years of Obama. What the fuck did he do? I don't know, but he's black. Like, stupid shit. Like, the fact that Kamala was able to suck her way to the top, fuck her way to the top, to the point where she became a vice president and was on the verge of becoming president is ridiculous to me. And we've already talked about how her ass wasn't about to be respected. We've already talked about that. Nobody wants a whore to run the country. In all honesty, I say if we allowed a woman to run America, we'll go to ruin. You can be mad at me, call me misogynist all you want, but I've seen women lead, and the majority of the time, it's never pretty. I'm just gonna be blunt here. But anyway, these people are captivated by China now. You listen to the passport bros, they go to Thailand, Taiwan and shit, going overseas. They go to Brazil. Our money is long out there, but here you can barely get groceries. Whose fault is that? But then when you try to make a life out here, you want to raise a family. You want to, you're forced to do 50-50 unless you're a high 6-figure earner. And then your woman feels that she has the right to cheat on you because she associates masculinity with having a job and fucking a bunch of people. In her words, if I gotta be the man, then I'm gonna go and have me a little thing on the side. That type of bullshit. So this is like we're killing marriage. We're killing our way of life with the children. We can't even raise proper minds, proper people for society. We can't do none of that shit. And it started with our economy getting fucked up since the 70s, really. It was a slow burner. It was a slow cooker. We were slowly getting cooked. And now we need Trump to bring us back to the gold standard and to remove the IRS and get rid of income taxes. Now we need Trump to do that shit. Which sucks because I'm not even 30 yet. I will be this year. I was born into this shit, and I can't imagine how Gen Z feels. They were born into this shit. What's the solution? Aside from having to rely on yet another politician. Because it's rough trying to do it our damn selves with the shit we're putting up with now. And then when you're unmotivated and depressed in this environment, the first thing people want to call you is weak. I'm talking to the men. And that's why it pisses me off whenever I hear that shit. You're just a bunch of weak men. You're unmotivated. Y'all don't want to do shit. You don't want to boss up. I'm sick of hearing that shit. It took TikTok being banned for people to recognize what's really going on out here. We're being robbed. We're being robbed, and then our competition is taking the money that we got stolen from us, and they're benefiting from it. While we can't even raise a family out here. And we got our women acting crazy and shit because of feminism and their viewpoint of men and their finances. This is old shit. Are we talking like it's new? I want the pretty cars and the pretty phone. Okay. We could have had that shit. Our businesses left America and went overseas to get Chinese labor. That could have been our shit.
In our country. So, I don't think we're the problem. I really just don't think that we're the problem anymore. And this one's my favorite. They're all confirming that they don't have a social credit system like we've been told. But you know what we have over here is a credit score. We can barely do anything without it. So
I don't believe that shit because there's people who came back from Beijing, China talking about social credit scores. Keep in mind, you're not allowed to say anything that goes against communist China because that will leave you fucked. Just saying.
it's just
Like, especially, like, okay, wait. It's especially after what I went through and what many other people went through during COVID and how their bank accounts been getting fucked up and people been losing access to their PayPals and shit and their Venmos. Because of the things we stood on, the business we stood on, how we felt, we speak our minds, get banned. You think China ain't doing that shit with the social credit score? Communist China ain't doing it. Why? Because a citizen said so? I don't believe that. Not after what people who visited Beijing and came back said. They talked about all the monitoring that was going on. But whatever.
almost like they're telling us that they have things that they don't, but we are the ones that actually have them. Interesting. So if you want to ruin your day and cry yourself to sleep every night and rethink your entire life and society and everything you've ever been told, go make a red note.
Yeah, it's China. Don't this look familiar, like Tokyo? A little bit. A little bit, not exactly. We don't have that shit. We don't look futuristic like that.
If TikTok being banned does not radicalize you as an American citizen, you are intentionally missing the point, because it's not about TikTok. It's the fact that Republicans and Democrats across all legislative branches can expeditiously and unanimously pull together like never before, and probably never again, to streamline legislation banning a social media app while completely ignoring everything important to us. They can't pull together to make sure my kids don't get shot while they go to school, to fix the economy, to mandate...
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sick of the liberal shit. You need your guns. That is a right. The gun ain't the fucking problem. Why is your kids being sent to school unprotected like fresh meat? Why are we so weak on criminals? We had the whole summer of love riots and shit. Everything was burning to the fucking ground. And a lot of those people that got arrested got released. Meanwhile, police officers was getting killed. Not talking about kids getting shot and shit. Not saying that it makes anything any less of an issue, but you got your mind focused on the wrong shit. You need to be pointing your finger at something else. The main problem. It's ridiculous.
Wages to kick hedge funds out of single-family homes so I can afford my fucking mortgage again. They're doing fuck all about homeowners insurance, stealing billions of dollars from Americans, and then leaving them for dead while their homes wash away in a flood or burn to the fucking ground in a fire. They, like every other country, can't pull together to outlaw the poisonous substances that are put into our food, creating an epidemic of obese, diabetic, cancerous Americans who need to lean on a healthcare system. They do fuck all the mandate in way of quality of service or cost. They won't give us free health care. They won't invest in infrastructure or education. But all of their efforts collectively go to banning a social media app. California is on fire. North Carolina and Tennessee washed away. New Jersey has geoplasmic orbs over it. Our kids get shot in school, and our economy is on the brink of fucking collapse. But their top priority is banning social media. That's where the effort goes.
She's right about that.
Your app. Okay, we're just gonna go over here. No, don't do that. Hey, why are their groceries so much cheaper than ours? Ah, fuck!
People all over the world are clowning us. No wonder America been trying to keep us sheltered. You see the architecture of China's buildings?
Yeah.
You go anywhere and look at the architecture of these people's buildings. Look how their cities look.
Yeah.
Look how their country look.
Part of the reason for the passport bro movement.
We pay taxes. Why shit don't look like that? And let's not talk about their cars. I seen a car yesterday that was 41,000 US dollars. Electric car that you can drive to work, you can get out the car, go and work, and the car will go home and park itself. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And then there's cell phones. Why you think they don't want their cell phones over here? Like iPhones and Galaxies, that shit. These shits is trash. Their cell phones is way more advanced than ours. Everything is way more advanced. What's going on? They open up Pandora's box with this shit. I'm glad we seen Red Note. Why is the whole world saying that we are a third world country with a Gucci belt?
He said it. I was actually about to. We're a third world country. We're literally being called a third world country now. Bro. Keep in mind, there's other shit that Angry Man brings up here. They was talking about, you know, Christians and them being anti-technology just because some random dude asked the question, which is bullshit. I've said it already. I'm against the abuse of technology and its use of, you know, people using it to monitor us and control us. I have a problem with that. I already showed y'all videos on AI, reading people's thoughts and shit. And I've already talked about the chips that Elon Musk was making to implant into our brains. I was talking about the cashless society and how that could lead to a dystopian future. I've spoken on that. But here's the thing. That don't mean that I'm anti-technology just because I'm Christian. Yes, it's a little off topic, but it happens later in the video. I will share the video if you want to watch it. It's the Angry Man Support. It's 4 hours long, but I'm just addressing this one thing, which is off topic. But it feels like atheists, not even feels like, I already know that they believe that they're smarter than us because we believe that God exists and they don't. They feel that they are, you know, more attentive to reality, which is blatant bullshit, but whatever. The very science that they worship contradicts itself and can be used. Like, here's an example. I was just talking about carnivore diet, etc. But on Facebook, they were recently talking about studies that show that cavemen mainly ate vegan diet. That's what the caption said. So then people are like, well, read the article. Fuck the article. Why are you captioning that if the article is saying something different? It's just blatant programming, and people will swear it's science. It's ridiculous. It's whoever has the money. That's where the studies are going to. That's what the studies are going to show. I've talked about that too. Look at the WHO and look at their studies in the red meat. You'll know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about when I say I do not trust the science. That and the damn vaccines. But bringing it back, America's getting robbed. We are slaves. Been saying this. We are literally working our asses off to buy back our freedom. That's what we're doing. And that's why Trump stepped in. That's why we have tariffs. The rest of the world is calling us a third world country, but they're flooding their immigrants onto our soil. And taking advantage of our welfare system. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Third world country with a Gucci belt. I'm out.
Yeah, that's a Chinese bookstore.
So real quick, I know I just put that video up this morning. I deleted Red Note. I can't do it. All of the people that are on here from Red Note saying that China is giving them a different server now and they're separating it, this is what I didn't want. Because all of the people went over there with the bull crap, they separating it now. They don't want their people to feel toxic or know the toxicity that the United States bring.
Oh yeah, they're giving us a different server for Red Note now, of course, because they have to bring a separation. Once again, they are our competition, and we're giving them fucking money. They're keeping shit separate. That's another thing. When that last chick was talking about, oh, they don't have a social credit score. Bullshit. The Great Firewall of China is active right now, trying to keep American citizens separate from China. It ain't that we're all toxic. It's that what American stands for, communism, can't coexist. That's why.
They don't want that. So they're giving them a different server. I deleted my account. I'm not going nowhere. If TikTok get banned, hey, it is what it is. Have a good day.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Wait, I can do that better. What if it's like...
It's Thailand.
Just sell it.
No, I think we're going to challenge you in court, actually. So, thanks for that.
You'll sell. You'll sell. So, you looking for buyers? Yeah.
It is business as usual here. We don't plan on selling. We already told you this.
Okay.
And
You only got a
pending
couple more
litigation.
months.
So, you don't need the reminder. That's fine.
So, you are selling?
No. No. What do you think we're going to change our fucking minds or something?
Fine. Supreme.
I'm not into the comedy right now.
Take a look at
Yeah.
China thinks we're a stupid country, a very stupid country. Take a look at Detroit. Take a look at our cities. We're a developing nation. We have to develop more than they do. We're way behind them. You take a look at what's happened to our cities. I know lots of folks in China. They think we are the dumbest son of a bitches in the world, all right? They laugh at us.
Some of the viewers want to see the Yang-Wang U-8 do a tank turn. That's no problem at all. Let me show you how it all works.
The U-8 uses BYD's proprietary E4 individual wheel drive technology, meaning each wheel has its own electric motor. Let's try to do a tank turn now. Press the E4 button here. We can adjust the angle and the direction beforehand. So let me press start right now. I'm gonna let go of the brakes now, and it should start turning.
Keep in mind, to make something like this, it really isn't that hard. I'm just gonna be blunt here. The problem is that they just won't. Not here in America. The whole philosophy is different. Like shit.
And that's how it is done.
The U-8 also has BYD's DSSP hydraulic suspension system, and you can toggle between different modes according to the environment. This car can conquer all kinds of terrain and can even float in water. Comment below and let us know which car you want to see next.
A Chinese person on Xiaohongshu said Americans think they are free because they get to have opinions, but they don't get to have choices.
How is that mind-blowing? What are you doing with your life right now? Tell me. Did you choose that shit? Really? Are you miserable? You know what you really want to do with life, but you ain't got the money for it. Funny.
Even as we're debating, TikTok users are flocking to a Chinese app with no reported presence in the United States. That's what's happening in our country right now. So it's time to take a breath, try to step back, buy some time.
Bro, how much more?
The New York Jets. No, I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world? Why is America
Not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
Which is crazy because there was people before this whole TikTok ban and this red nose shit who still believed that America was the great nation we once were. Well, no, we're not. Back to what I was getting at. If you want this shit to change as far as financially, we need to get rid of the IRS. We need to bring back the gold standard. Okay, that's the first thing. We need, well, obviously the tariffs. We need that shit. We need to get our businesses back from overseas back to America. You know, from overseas back to America. And then we need to change our schooling system. We do that shit and start innovating. The next generation, the generation after that, and the generation after that are going to be able to create the technology that all these other countries have and better. Point blank and simple. People used to come to America to try to steal our investments, our advancements, and our schooling, and then go back to their country and try to tell other people about it or bring that shit back to where they came from. Now they're calling us all stupid. But I digress, man. I'm getting tired, and plus I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. Peace.